we're very quickly about to get into our pistol round for this.
And obviously Inferno being the map pick from Forza. Now, what is interesting, Jay, is obviously that we've had a chance of being able to cast both of these teams a lot recently. And I'll tell you what, Spirit, they are looking incredibly dominant. I'm really keen to see what they're able to bring out in this best-of-3 series.
Indeed, Inferno is one of those maps that these two teams have shared pretty, commonly over the course of their best-of-3 series, of which we have like 5 back-to-back best-of-3s going the way of Spirit. 13 map wins to the 8 of Forza, and we're not wasting any time jumping in and trying to assert the dominance on the CT side. We're seeing aggression out towards Bernardo coming in from both sides, but Exy Power and FaceCrack have things to say about that dominance. They realise what's on the line here for this matchup, a spot in the Pro League, and they're going to kick things off with 2 kills.
I'll tell you what, Team Spirit are actually rotating off of this A bomb site when there's still 2 players here from the apartments from Forza, and once they get that information, straight away, they know that A bomb site's open, they can bring that bomb up, and for Spirit, unfortunately, they're gamble stacking the B bomb site, and that's not where the bomb's going to be going.
Back over to the smoke on the short position. They've already got quad control. A site should be opened up. Jerry will peek around the corners, check the common positions. Plant down, relatively open. I mean, open towards the long position, not towards short or the pit area. So if a retake does come through, they could potentially stick it if Forza set themselves up for that pit area. But all the footsteps being heard by Exy Power is going to give up the game here. The save call has come in for the Spirit side. They do find an exit frag, but to save this Kevlar is the most important thing from the CT side.
FaceCrack, just seeing if he could take any more members down on the CT side, and so far, some really nice pistol round coming out from Forza. We see some great shots being hit on the entry towards the top banana position. And Team Spirit, after early contact being made, they say, you know what, let's just gamble stack the B bomb site. And the lurk play out from a couple of the players from the apartments of Forza to get all the information in the world. And an easy pistol round going the way of the Russian side. And a good stance for Forza to start things off in their own map pick, Jay.
Indeed, yes, a big pistol round, obviously, for this T side. Again, this is a map that Spirit have been able to take pretty commonly above the Forza squad. It is, of course, the Forza map pick, so they will have the opportunity to present themselves in the best of lights here to kick things off in our best of 3. Opportunities, of course, will be abound in that respect, but at the moment, it is just the early days of the Force Bites coming in from the Spirit squad. Again, to save their Kevlar will allow a couple of upgrades coming in. SMG for some Die Young in particular. Just balanced with the Scout out. He's been pretty impressive with that Scout when we've seen him so far over the last week or so, Dwight. So I'm hoping the Spirit are able to deliver something out in this follow-up.
Well, they're actually rotating a 4th player over to this A bomb site, so a good read on the stack coming out from Spirit, but the offensive is out quickly for the Forza side, and the entries are so fast indeed. They have obliterated this A bomb site, and a chopper, the last one left, and he should get taken down here from Jerry. Oh, what? He's not seen him, but the Tech 9 is going to be able to spin around and take him down in there. That was a little bit awkward.
If only gone for the knife, that would have been more fun. Muddy gained for that CT side had it had gone that way. But alas, Forza, go check those corners a bit more thoroughly. As it stands right now, it will be a 2-0 start for the T side. Spirit with the USPs on their CT start. It's going to be to the eco on this 3rd round, as you would expect from this stage in the matchup. No Kevlar, no utility, no kit, no nothing brought by the Spirit side. They're just going to stack the A-bomb site, the crossfire set towards mid, hope that the rifles peek towards them, and try to see if they can take them down.
And the MAC-10s, they're looking to do some serious damage to build up the bank of the T side. And Jerry's heard all the information, the aggression coming down, and oh my goodness, the Tech 9 in the end. That was very crispy.
That was a beautiful sequence, the taps to the heads and everything. Take your hat off, Jerry. That was brilliant stuff. 3-0 for the Forza side, and the rebuy will come in for the Spirit squad. Of course, the first rifle round of the CT half. And still MAC-10s and the Tech 9 in for Forza here, trying to get the value out of these weapons. XC has the AWP already, and it won't matter too much. They're all sitting pretty high on the money line, so if they can get this round together, which with a severe lack of head Kevlar for 4 players on the T side, is actually a pretty decent possibility here for Forza. That could be a lot of money gained, a bonus round on their board. It's going to be a very, very good start for this T side. A good follow-up as well to the first 3 rounds.
This could set them up really nicely in this first half as well, if they're able to convert this rifle round. response nades coming up, but this is going to be the quick aggression. Again, the apartments pop coming out, and the MAC-10s are just ripping players apart. FaceCrack getting 2 kills, and well, that bomb site's completely open. Forza, they are damn aggressive so far today.
Well, now, I mean, they are a T-side based team when it comes to their when it comes to their Inferno, so it doesn't surprise me that this T-side start has come through and it's gonna go as well as it does. But again, with the lack of head Kevlar, those MAC-10s were destined for greatness. They'll grab a free AUG. Potentially another rifle dropped here if Jerry can find it. Looking around. Good to get the MAC-10 off one of his dead teammates, but no CT rifles out to be had here. So 4-0, Forza. Very well played. And just the sheer aggression, really. It's one of the things I really like about Forza's Inferno is the fact that when they get on T-side, the one thing that they can do, much like a lot of CIS squads tend to do on this map, is just face around corners and get easy kills.
Especially with some of these SMGs. I mean, the MAC-10s are, I suppose, like, pretty well famous for the CIS region. And, well, Forza, we've had a couple of apartment pops coming out and getting just straight in the face for the Spirit side. And so far, this is like an excellent start to Inferno, really starting to set the pace of the game and putting Spirit on the back foot early. And going into this, Forza, I would say, definitely aren't the favourites. So being able to put this much pressure on the back of Spirit this early on, it's a great advantage to have.
Yeah, no, Forza with their 4th. Able to get a decent start here on their Underdog Series. Chopper! Spins up his blades and shuts down 2 with a spray from the M4, completely blind against them both. They're going to get rid of those AKs, ensure that they can't grab them, but what a start from the CT play.
And that's unbelievable. To think they've only got their hands on 2 M4s as well from the last round, and they've already been able to start off like that. A 3-man stack over at the A bomb site. Now, Forza, they can try and slow it down now. There's still a fair bit of utility to work for on the T side. And it looks like they're going to group together and try and take this banana control. Chopper's actually alone over at the B bomb site, and he's incredibly low.
Ideally want to put Mir into his position more than anything else. They want to play with solo contact position. Chopper done a ton for this startup. And the 5v3 could still go well for him. The second M4 will go ahead and join his teammate towards Cross. Incendiary coming in, flashback to try to stop them for a moment. 30 seconds left. Forza's execution will not be stopped. They're backstabbing the pistols. They get themselves one. Exy turns around and some die young, but 2 players left standing, and they've left Magix here with the P250 to stall for time. 1 good headshot could be enough to set up the retake for these 2 M4s. He gets down 1. He drops out of position. Knows that the bomb's somewhere close. The flashbang will force him out. He'll get the information as well. And 10 seconds left. He's going to swing and grab that AWP. Could deny Almaza here. Out in the open. Got a plant down somewhere, and there's CTs all around him. What a recovery from the Spirit side.
Wow, that's really smart. So what happens there from Spirit is, well, they try and take the banana control. Chopper gets a fantastic 2-piece through the smoke, and then Idis Balance and SDY, they start pushing down through mid, trying to catch off.
It was coming very early because this is where Spirit can get started. A brilliant, brilliant way to kick things off, of course, on this CT side, and such a hype building round as well. AWP, 2 AKs, gained for free. And of course, Forza will still have enough money to buy down. They probably should have enough money in the next round as well. So things are looking pretty good right now for the T side. Nades up. Getting themselves a bit more of the situational utility at this moment. AWPs, the AKs, the M4s coming through the smokes down. Jerry and Exy. Looking on towards the banana position. You're going to, body block that Molotov. So some of it does go to waste here on the Forza setup. But not a lot of aggression will come back from Spirit. They realise that Forza will have a game plan going into round 6.
Not a lot of damage has been done in terms of utility towards Banana. Almost nothing from both sides. Follow-up HE. Mir going to get taken down from Exy Power. And they can go faster to the B bomb site. They've already taken down the first anchor.
5-on-4 situation. Bomb going to get picked up by FaceCrack. Small gap in the right-hand side of that smoke. Teams could potentially utilize it here and flip. Try to fall out of position. The AWP of Exy. Look on towards the B cross, a smoke down. Towards the B side itself. Flashes also go over for Jerry. Nays do a little bit of damage from Spirit, but overall not getting any kills here. It's actually the kill against them. Mir going falling. This bouncers find one with the AWP, back towards Quad. Face Crack will take him down. Sunday Young going to catch and play with the utility in his hands. Drop that bomb, look towards Flit here in the apartments. Just about gets that secondary pick, but Exy comes up with 3. It's all left to Chopper now. The bomb hasn't committed to the site. It can still rotate. There's enough time to get to the B plant here.
Tell you what, this is just so many back and forward fakes coming out from Forze. And really, you kind of have to feel for Sumdar Young having such a difficult hold around that short position. But in the end, Forze, they trade it out. They bring the bomb back over to the B bomb site. Chop up. 1 versus 2. And, well, they got money on the back of the Spirit side, so you might as well try and go for it.
Yeah, these CT plays coming in from Chopper, of course. 4 kills for Exy if he can find this pick back on the cross area. He's running out of time, Chopper. The kit's on his belt, but it's going to be Jerry shutting him down in the end as he peeks up, catches him off. Exy's very happy with that one. 3 kills from him again. Fantastic stuff on the play, and a 5th will be on the board for Forza. So a great return round against Spirit, but with the weapons they saved from that last round, they're going to still have enough money to bolster up and get a buyback in his next one.
Forza have done a really great job at least, you know, losing that first round and then being able to find the return immediately. And Team Spirit, for pretty much most of this first half, are probably going to struggle in terms of building up a bank on the CT side unless they're able to win a massive streak of rounds together. All in all, Forza have done a very good job so far. One thing that I have noticed, at least from the Spirit side, is no matter how many fakes we're seeing coming out from either mid or banana, they keep reading the stacks incredibly well. And this is a good opening coming out. Exy Power at least trying to trade it back.
And 2 for 1. CT's back over to the A bomb site, and they'll go passive again from Chopper on the B site play. Those 2 picks in the apartments. Right, so they could get the second player out before he fell down. But alas, Sumdar Young will certainly be in a position to hold control. Contention out from Forza will once again lean towards the B banana position. Uncontested by Spirit. Chopper will just wait back passive. Play anti-flash for this defense.
And at the moment, Spirit have just got no information. No one's pushing over A around that mid area to give them any info of what's going on. They're thinking about rotating a couple of players over, but it's almost a little bit too late. Chopper needs help now.
Flit will take him down, but he at least gets Exy on the way back out. Bomb plant will be secured towards Coffins. 3 CTs making their way in. Flit looks on. Jerry, AK around the corner. M4 for Magix. We'll see the foot take Jerry down. It's all left to Flit now. The last man of the 1 versus 3. Gets himself 1 pick. Could I say the 1-1's against the both? Spray those down his balance, but not towards Mir. So it will all be left to the AWP teammates there from Spirit, but they only get 1 player out alive. And the second will go on the CT board.
And that's another very expensive round. And Forza taking 4 players down. They will be able to get a buy in, no problem whatsoever. The buy from Spirit is going to be okay. It's not going to be fantastic. Emil will be able to drop over an M4 as well. Or buy himself an M4 and drop over the AWP for Idis balance. MP9 and a FAMAS out. And it's I would say frustrating for Spirit, the fact that they've been able to convert 2 out of the last 3 rounds, Jay, but they still don't have a proper bank at the moment, and that's just because Forza have been able to do so much damage in that last round.
Mac 10's on 2 from the Forza side. Idis balance standing by in the apartments as it was before, getting that opening kill, but opted to fall back instead, not with Sumdar Young there on the crossfire. And again, they'll go passive contact from Chopper. The SMG this time is what's going to defend the B side. Better fall back towards Coffins from that cross position, get his teammates to go for the retake, because that'll be such a staunch defensive hold from him. A minute and 15, Forza are going to walk out the apartment just as the AWP believes it. Mac 10 for Almaza gets 2 kills as well, and they will respond in the 1. Magic's doing a spray damage through the smoke, but unable to get Jerry next to a 3-on-3 situation. The AK picked up for him. Flash is over. CT's moving in. Exy Power will go for the bomb plant on default, and Spirit have to be up for the retake here.
On the AWP of Exy Power, this is such a great position, but he's backed up from Almaza in the pit as well. Good shot being landed onto Magix, and all the information's given up. Flashbang as well, and
Lovely.
This is so perfect in the post plant. Amir has to try and hold on to that M4, try and bring it into the next round. And once again, we've spoken about the MAC-10s, Jay. Look at the entries coming out from Almeza.
Entries in general from Forze have been so good on the T side. Again, something I love to praise them for all in all, you know. 6 to the T side board. I believe that'll be a tactical pause coming in based off that alert. We'll find out in a moment's time. For Spirit, I imagine that would be the case. Just
Whooping around that apartment's position a fair bit. Maybe trying to see if he can establish a crossfire with another teammate. Because for Forza, they're taking map control, especially around the A bomb site, so easily. They're taking brackets control within the first 20-25 seconds of the round. Apartments control even quicker. And for Spirit, it must be so frustrating that that you're allowing the T side to just take so much aggression at the moment.
I'm going to try and see if they can peek in with this M4 for Mir, the lone CT player. Molotov back behind the broken wall, face crack and Exy. Try to boost each other up. This could be a challenge. He sees the man. He does now. Gets that headshot. Damage has been done by the HE towards both players, but 5-on-4 situation favours the Forza squad, and again, they've taken out that crucial M4. The nades down on Chopper will open up the B-bomb site, so whenever they're ready for the hit, it should come through pretty quick.
And Forza are looking so confident at the moment, whether it's a rifle round or an eco. It's really great to see that they're playing just this fiery T-start at the moment. And controlled towards the top of Banana. Artist Balance, the only player rotated off towards the B bomb site. For the rest of them, aggressing out from A. The Forza looking like they're going to be able to convert their 7th round with really not too much damage being done, at least so far yet.
Plant secured. How do the CTs face around this? Flick gets caught off towards mids. That's something for some they young. Magix makes some noise out. Exy Power's going to know where he is and try and hold back from the position out over in the banana area. Can't deny that AK picked up. So Spirit will get away with that much at least. 7 rounds for the Forza site. And Spirit, again, very uncharacteristic for them to concede this many rounds on the trot over the CT side, but Forza having a pretty good time to start things off in this map up here. And that AK in play, most importantly for the Spirit side here on this eco. And Forza will look to take the half right here. Maybe rifles should come out. I'd imagine they should do with the AK being saved. Indeed, they will. M4s across 2. AWP for Artist Balance. Magix has invested into Kevlar. Can't get a full set of utility, but most of it will still come through. So here we go. Rifle round in round 10.
And this honestly needs to be converted from Spirit. Otherwise, it's just going to be a world of pain for them in this first half. Forza being able to put up a very good start so far. The response needs to come in from Spirit. A lot of utility down towards Banana. But again, look, no damage being done in terms of this utility from Spirit.
We can see that Banana control go passive once again on the defensive. 2 players out to the B site. And again, on cross and on first itself. The smokes will go down. The incendiary also there from Mir. Force them back away from the banana area. They've already fallen out of position though. There's 3 players on the A side defensive. Now keep in mind, Spirit have gone for 4-man stacks round after round, and Forza have still been able to force the issue on them. This 3-man setup may be a bit difficult for Spirit to defend against. They will put some smokes and flashes out. They've used the majority of their utility as the hit starts to come through from Forza. Damage done to face crack. Nades on some Young. Eventually will take him down. Oh, Exy very close towards Magix. Whizzing past his head as he hears it hit the wall. He will get 1 kill. Almeza will trade it. Jerry towards long, looking for a 3K. He only gets 2, and Chopper is left alone in a 1-on-3.
And I don't know what's going on at the moment. And like Jay, We've been able to cast a lot of Forza recently, and this is probably them playing at their peak. They are playing so well right now. And what I love there is they actually have a smoke wall set up at that A bomb site. What that does, if you have a smoke wall like what we saw there from Forza over at A, you're able to try and take contact on the pit and mini pit players if there's anyone around that position before dealing with the site players. So what happens there from Forza, they run out from short in the apartments, they deal with the pit player, they leave a player in towards the site. And then we even see the swing coming out from long of Almeza. Spirit. I tell you what, this is them just having no idea what to do at the moment. And well, for Forza, they keep changing up their tactics. We're seeing a few fakes coming out, some quick map control, some slower methodical map control. They're changing up their defaults so often, and Spirit have just not found that answer to deal with it so far.
Yeah, just Forza being real pains in the behind, I feel like, for Spirit.
No, absolutely.
It's really, really tough to get a read onto what they're doing because they're just so varied and so different every single round here. Right now, they're going for a very different play to what they had before, you know, with the still the standard sort of banana control coming out from several players, but of course not going much further past the smoke, so they try and bait in the utility, what very little utility they have for Spirit, and obviously that's a good call because there'll be very little damage done to the T side, and they get rid of the HE, they get rid of the smoke. There's only a flashbang for Mir. That's it.
There are quite a few players at least grouped up around this bracket's position for the CT side. That Molotov's going to force Mir out into the open. Exy Power trying to hold down the line, but the Deagle for Mir is going to be able to capitalize on the first. Spalance now chiming into the action, but the trades have come back quickly. Face crack turning into a 2-on-2, and now it's all down to Jerry.
Somehow the pistols have come out good, the Deagles in particular, the Mag 7 as well. Getting a nice good pick damage done to set up the kill from Sundai Young. And B is open indeed. So this will be a retake for the Spirit side. The AK of Chopper will be in. Sundai Young can pick one up from the mid plate as well. He's got a kid as well. So this is actually not too far out of the realm of possibility for Spirit.
And Jerry, rather than aggressing towards Banana, he's actually going to fall back and play passive around the construction position. He does have a little bit of utility to work for as well. A kit up for Sundai Young. But Jerry's going to find out relatively soon that both these players are coming from Banana and not out from CT.
Molotov in from the dark position. He's going to rotate back over to the Coffin's play onto the bomb stick for Sundai Young. Jerry does get a nade. It does not do enough damage to take the kill in the end, and it'll be stuck for it. Jerry will do his best to get the exit frags. And does catch Sundai Young at the very last tick, so at least they get all 5 players down for Spirit. But Forza losing to a half by eco round.
On Jules to go his way. Unfortunately, he doesn't win out the round. Does take everyone down for Spirit. And I need to see more of a continuation for Spirit because I tell you what, Jay, they are not looking comfortable at all. They are finding this very, very difficult in this first half.
8-3. On the T-side board. At least Forza do have that much to their favour. Once the AKs, of course, coming out with the M4s, AUGs. Spirit, which will passive on the Banana presence. Again, they will have 2 players that are up past the broken wall out towards the main entrance. Chopper trying to get flashed in to try and see if he can see Jerry. The nades will come out against him. It will out a bit too deep, though, so the AK can still make progress. And again, Forza just baiting in a little bit of utility. Not quite as much as the volume they put out from the Spirit squad earlier on in that earlier round. I just bounced so close to the apartment, seeing Flit at the edge of the smoke. Getting good on that one, and now the T's come in for the short commitment. Nades up from Sundai Young will do damage to Facecrack. Him, Almazet, and Jerry are very heavily tagged up, and they've got 4 CTs to defend against it. Facecrack finds 1. Jerry gets traded, and Spirit keep the man advantage. The bomb continues to make its way towards the site. There's still 3 CTs here. 3 players on the defense. Almazet will get 1 on a good kill. I just bounce will try and back in with the orb as the bomb goes down to 3 versus 2, and there's even more CTs rotating out. XE caught the 4 HP. Surely they won't be able to hold off against this.
No, you shouldn't think so, especially with how low the AWP is. Good spam coming out from Chopper and Facecrack as well. I tell you what, Chopper has done a really good job of being able to find these spams through the smokes. 2 kills from him at the end of the round. And for Forza, look, at least they get a bomb plant. What they try and do there is, after losing a couple of the opening exchanges, they should try and attempt for the bomb plant to go down while there's still players around that mini pit and pit position of Spalance and SDY. And we're starting to see a bit of a shift in momentum. Not a lot, but just a smidge of momentum going the way of the Spirit side.
Yeah, 4-8. Oh, 3 rounds to go for Spirit. So I'm trying to probably turn it back to an 8-7 half on the CT side, which could give them the boost that they need to get into the second half with. Flashes over, AK spray. And nades in. little bit of early damage to Forze once again. They've done a great job of evading most of the utility coming from Spirit towards Banana, though. And it's a much more centralized sort of Banana play on this default.
And they're actually rotating the AWPer up towards the top Banana position, but they're going to be faced with a lot of these team members. It all comes down to the timing on this utility. Flashbang coming out, Exy power off the swing, Chopper at least trying to trade it back, but he needs to get overwhelmed here, and he spots 3 kills and takes him down. The Quadra coming out in the end, he drops that bomb, and Chopper, the in-game leader from Spirit, has been stepping up in these last few rounds.
He's on for the ACC's flit. Is he going to peek? Is he going to get the tap through the smoke? Chopper, you absolute beast! A 5th for Spirit off his own back, 12 kills deep in 13 rounds. What a performance this guy is having.
And he's keeping them in the game in this first half. He is clawing these rounds back and giving them just a little bit of hope that even they can try and get close to 7 rounds. And Forze, it almost seems like they've hit a little bit of a brick wall at the moment. We've seen, at least in terms of their defaults, it's been a lot slower rather than the hyper-aggression that we saw earlier in the first half.
More down to the fact that Spirit are probably holding up a bit more presence and a bit more resistance. Another body blocked Incendiary, and Molotov coming in from the T side from earlier. But even so, that is wasted utility for the CT side. Doesn't do much in the grand scale of damage, but even so. The Forza side will be allowed to take Banana control. They won't go for it this time. As you mentioned, so much more passively here in this round.
And they're changing it up, Forze. Chopper, though, very aggressive. Gonna get flashed into the angle.
Nice.
Oh, and he takes an opening kill. Great teamwork coming out from Spirit. No answer as well in terms of a trade frag from Forze.
Yeah, this T side make their way up towards Banana and at least get some information out on that reload and the one player that's there. A boost up from Mir, though, will be the real central point of the play. 35 seconds to the hit. Forza will start to make their way inland. Flashes do go over. Chopper's going to blind spray through. Get face crack. The AK also had to chime in, but is forced off with the flower pot boost. Jerry going to blind spray through it. Almas has tagged at 28 HP, grabbing a secondary AK, looking for a plant towards the back line. Chopper, is he going to swing and is he going to deny it? He'll hit. Almas are going for the coffins. Plant. The spray just does damage, does not get the kill. Almas just sneaks it in. Spirit will be up for the retake.
And it is a little bit slow on the retake coming out from Spirit, but they've got the 2-man advantage and almost no utility for Forza as well. Just a single HE of Flit. The Spirit setting themselves up. Good HE down to our Mazer, and now it's all down to Jerry and Flit to try and hold on. Jerry finding one and Flit towards the Banana position, and he's got so much to do. Surely he's not going to be able to make this clutch possible. The wide swing coming out. And I tell you what, something has changed on the Spirit camp because they are looking scary.
And they have scared Forza quite a bit. And as you mentioned, the passive control coming in and now losing the opening jewels when it comes to these early default plays. Execution comes down and they just get shut down. Not quite to the extent of like a brick wall being posted up on Banana, but you know, they get towards the site, the retake comes in, or otherwise they just can't make it in general. And this is looking sharp from Team Spirit. The AK's out on 3 players as well. AWP and M4 brought back down. Mac 10 on Armaza and Facecrack. A Tech 9 and 2 AKs for Forza. This is not a great buy to end off the half.
No, it certainly isn't. But knowing Forza, they can certainly do some damage with this buy. And even just some of this utility towards Banana has forced Forza into playing very passive for the meanwhile. And Chopper alone over at B, rotating Mir over to the A bomb site. One thing that Spirit have done a really good job at, especially over at the B site, is rotating players over to B exactly when they're needed.
Spirit took a little bit of time to get that adjustment together, though. I mean, Chopper's still been playing contact out of this, the solo player on the contact. No utility to help him out either, so he's got to fall back passive or otherwise stand and fight. They will get mid position as they suspect they've taken banana control. Nothing seen towards mid, nothing heard towards the apartments. Utility coming in, Chopper swings out, he goes down. Now the real backup's got to come in. I just balance here towards the cross, he'll get smoked off, nade on towards Mir's position. He sneaks past the smoke, and the Mac 10 can take him down. So Forze forcing a 5 versus 3 scenario. AK turning around the outside, his balance drops it to 2, and some by Young. And Magic's, and 1 kill will come in for SDY. Oh, what? Flick caught behind his teammate in the midst of the smoke, and now only a man advantage, a single man advantage for Forze.
This is still very doable. Need to make sure that they're using that smoke up towards a banana position, trying to at least try and isolate these positions and force them back behind the smoke. SDY gonna follow up with his 3rd kill of the round.
Up on the bomb, forcing a peek in from 1. The Almas in the back line though will get caught, taken out. No smoke for the diffuser, goes to stick the whole thing. Body blocking, no. Magix will be able to get the final frag as Sundayoung gets 4 kills in the end. Spirit will take us within 1 of the lead. Forza will get away with the half victory, but Spirit hot on the hell.
Well, they certainly are, and for Forza, I don't want to say that they'll be disappointed with the result at the end of that half, but they were probably looking at double digits and more. Spirit, that was a fantastic comeback from them. 5 rounds in a row towards the end of that first half, and 4 of them, Jay, came off the back of retakes.
A big comeback, I feel like, especially when Spirit were looking so timid in some of the earlier rounds. Remember, this was an 8-2 lead at one point. So the fact that they went so far as to, get this back to 7 is a brilliant play there from Spirit to bring it back on a CT half. And again, going from very unconfident, very weak against Forze's entries to now suddenly finding the willpower to turn it around. And going into their T side, that's where Spirit can also be just as deadly. They are a CIS-style squad. They have a very similar playstyle. So when it comes to these entries and opening duels and executions, Spirit will be looking very strong.
And it comes off the back of this pistol round, indeed. Whether they're able to continue that progression that we saw from them in the late stages of the first half. Now, one thing that we certainly are waiting to see is what we can see from Exipower on the CT side with that AWP. In all honesty, though, even in the first half, we didn't really see too many exchanges with AWPs from both sides. It seemed like it was mainly the rifles that were kind of more prevalent.
Prevalence of said rifles obviously is a good thing. We see many force buy round go awry, so I'm curious if that would be the case between these two squads. Certainly 2 teams that also like to force the investment. But in general, their economies were pretty well handled over the course of that first half here, Dweg. So all in all, I feel like we won't see too many force buys on purpose, really. These squads, realizing that they have to play to the best of their ability, else things are going to get very hairy in terms of their possibility to make it into Pro League, which is what this is all about. Into the pistol round, Spirit would love to get a start here, love to take that lead away from Forza. This is their best opportunity to do so.
And one of the scary things, I mean, although obviously going into the pistol round, we won't quite see it yet, is when SDY and Mir get onto those AKs. Some of the forward front men for this Spirit side could be very deadly indeed. And I'll tell you what, I mean, look, this is another CIS derby. We were able to do the Spirit Virtus Pro game a couple of days ago. And this time around, it's Spirit and Forza, and like you said, Jay, it's the qualification match. So there's so much riding on the winners of this best of 3.
And you got to remember that it was the Spirit side that beat VP to get to this position, going on their big lower bracket run after losing out to Big, who very clearly were the strongest team in show in this bracket. Spirit hopefully going to try to prove that in the long term. They may be the better squad in the Pro League, but for now, got to get through the Forza side. And the pistol rounds will see a lot of utility coming out from the CTs early on, trying to gain that banana control. It's going to be a banana challenge as Face Crack gets the opening frag. Mir will get himself 2 picks back all the same. Almas are in Face Crack to fall at the hands of his Glock. A 4-on-3 for Spirit, and they put the pacing right back to a halt.
I'll tell you what, this is a very similar pistol round to what we actually saw from Forza. The early B contact has been made towards top of banana, but they leave SDY and Magix around the apartments waiting for the CTs to over-aggress out through mid. 4-on-3 advantage. rotate out to the B bomb site for Jerry and Flit. It means Exipower is going to be alone, but he does spot out that bomb, so at least it's a bit of information now.
The apartments could catch 2 players off, gets that 1 headshot, and now should realize that A is going to be the play here. The presence spotted towards mid, the T side taking over the apartments. 1 player will try and respond here. That's Flit. He's going to get smoked out of the long entrance. The plant should be secured. It's going to be up to Flit and Jerry coming in from mid for this retake here. They'll spread out, see if they can get the bomb out to a better position. Planting for the back wall here, so it will be retake mode for Forze. No kit on them either. Flit making his way in first. Mir got Sumdai Young to take contact out the balcony. Flit going around the corner, see them both tap up with a headshot. There's not quite connection. This bouncer getting himself the kill. Flit trades back on towards Mir, but now 2 T-side players to deal with, and Sumdai Young will flick back to the headshot, get himself the pistol round, get Spirit the 8th round on their T-side board, and a brilliant start here in the second half.
Oh, what a start coming out from Spirit. And all that comes down to in the post plant is just trying to bait and trying to establish the CTs in looking at 2 positions at once and then peeking on each other's contact. 8-8, we are tied up between Spirit and Forze. Let's see if Spirit are able to go any further forward. It would be the first time, Jay, if they convert round number 17, that they actually take the lead on this map.
Taps up, doing a little bit of early damage here for the T side. A lot more on the second taps towards Exi, so potlucking their way through the wall bangs and focusing fire once again towards the banana position. Spirit currently have contention over in the map control. Bit of a 3-man stack coming in towards that B site that they're expecting for there to be a play out towards the B site. And they're ready to receive a rush from the Spirit squad.
And these MAC-10s need to make sure they're up close and personal. Flashbang does come in and at least showing a little bit of presence. The bomb's going to be a bit late behind. And this may even be a fake coming out from Spirit. And Magic's still around towards second mid. I know they're all going to commit together now. 3 players are here at the B bomb site. And there's another re-smoke to come out from the banana position.
40 seconds to the hit. Are they going to wrap back in for the backstab? Forze have stalled for quite a lot of time here. This could be the opportunity they need. They're going to start falling away from the site though. MAC-10 spray from Chopper will keep the rotations coming right back as the rest of the utility starts pouring in. 25 seconds of the smoke clears. The flashes go over. Almanzar on just 40 HP. Exi on 25. MAC-10 can get the kill, and indeed it does. Turns around towards the boost port. Can't quite take down Facecrack. His teammate gets in the way. Unfortunately, Sumdai Young is there for the trade, so the MAC-10 and Chopper still watching out for Jerry. Catches him off with a timber spray towards his headshot. 4 versus 2 now. Forze with a hell of a task to get back into the site, but Frit starts things off well.
And the Deagle being able to pick up the AK as well. He's got a head Kevlar and Exipower trying to back him up with the scout, but for Team Spirit, they're just not peeking. They're playing ever so passive on the side. They're waiting for Forze to over-aggress.
Yeah, they realise they don't need to force the issue. They've already done that with the execution, so wait for Forze to come back to you. The scout going to get shut down by Magic. It's a beautiful shot. And this will be a 9th to the T side. Spirit eventually finishing off Flip with the MAC-10. The AKs get recovered. 3 rifles stay in for the Spirit squad. And Forze, well, now that early sort of half is starting to look a little bit more, how do I say this? A little bit more timid than Spirit are right now.
Well, I mean, psychologically, Forze may be in a pretty bad position going into round number 18, considering the fact that they were in such a great position, and now knowing the fact that Spirit are probably going to be able to get their 10th round. Going to make it really difficult for Forze to come back. And going into round number 19, the following one, we will see the rifles upgrade for Forze. But this time around, not too many upgrades. 5.7, a Deagle, and a P250. So all in all for Forze, they can expect to maybe get 1 or 2 kills at most.
They're mostly just focusing on these upgrade pistols. Seeing if they can get anything done from this, but as you mentioned, those are the most likely players. Everybody else on USPs. Of course, no Kevlar, no utility, so that's not even a guarantee for a pick on those upgrade pistols. So for Forze, it may just be a consolation round here. A minute to go on the clock. And the T's do eventually make their way in towards Banana for contention. Mir, in particular, around the broken wall, will try and contest out towards the sandbags as well. That's very carefully is where they'll make their way into the execution. There's less than 60 seconds on the clock now. So here comes the hit.
And the rotates are going to start to come out for Forza, but they are a little bit slow from the A-bomb site players. And the best thing that they can try and do is hopefully deny as much time as possible, and that's going to do it, dropping the bomb off the back of an opening kill with the USP.
Now the other USP starts swinging for Almas, where it gets dropped. Jerry goes falling as well. Now it's the upgrade pistols here for the extra damage. Potentially even denying a bomb plant. Face crack will be seen at the edge of the smoke. Sundion body blocks his bullets and takes him down. Flip with an eagle, also outside of construction of the entrance. XC Power coming in from mid. May look for one of the dropped weapons if they have any. I don't think they dropped any towards mid though, so he may be looking for the exits actually now that I think about it. And yeah, 5-7 to passive. Flip will also fall down. And there you go, a 10th for the Spirit side. Double digits on the T side board first.
And this is looking very impressive for Spirit. So much momentum going their way from the back end of that first half. And you include that first half as well, Jay. This is now 8 rounds in a row from the CIS team.
So if X can get anything out of this, and no, it won't. But as you mentioned, many rounds on the trot. 8 in total for Spirit between the first and second half streak. But of course, those were pistol and conversions there for the Spirit side. So now, Forza will have themselves a bye. The AWP in for XE M4s for the rest of the CT forces. And of course, the AKs AWP for Spirit. Full set to utility across most of the players in server. XE Flip will be the main 2 players that are unlimited in that respect, but regardless, it is still a full buy here from Forza.
Ooh, XE Power on the timing. Did get swung by a couple of the members of the T side, and no contact is being made, at least so far. And Forza stacking 3 players over towards the B bomb site, at least in the early round, and trying to take that banana control by the looks of things. AWP out for Idis Balance as well. Spirit. Oh, XE Power, he actually pushes through that long smoke.
Could catch an angle on the AWP if he's right with the timing on it. Molotov and Flash, and the smoke will force him back to hold a passive position. Good ding down from the boost up on the balcony. Or was he on the balcony itself? He's on the actual main balcony, so he'll fall back towards Pit, but do a lot of damage against the T side. They will return some back to Flit, so he can also fall down in trade, but Sundion and Idis Balance are the 2 susceptible players on the T side. And again, Spirit are going to slow things down, rethink their strategy, try press towards the B bomb side, but the bomb hasn't committed towards this hit just yet.
This is a B fake. Chopper and Mir are going to try and set themselves up for a B XE, see if they can force the rotates over. Face Crack's now moving over. It's all down to XE Power and Flit, and Flit's low at this A bomb site.
Face Crack's going to rotate as well, so it's all going to be on XE for the most part here. The AWP backed up by a low M4. Armazer is ready for a B-site play. The fake has worked out pretty well here for the Spirit squad. Will they be able to make the hit work even better? 20 seconds. Here comes the flashes. Hexy gets one. Flip with the assistance of Predit. And it will be Mir to take them both down. And it's going to be a safe call, as you mentioned.
That's instant. And one of the things on Inferno is if you over-rotate a gamble stack and the bomb gets planted at another and you're not already in rotations, it like 99% of the time has to be an instant save. And for Forza, they have 3 players over at the B bomb site, no one even close to being in retake positions. And Spirit, well, they're going hunting.
Take these weapons out of the hands of the CTs would be massive for them. Chopper around in the corner. Face crack to find, he'll take him down. Jerry will drop mid. Chopper's still challenging him though, and I think he won't get away with his life in this case. It'll be a lot of limitation there for the T side as well. Their money line's still not 100%. It's there, but the buy will leave them on a relatively low money line for the remaining few rounds. And with the 2 rifles saved here for Forza, they may still be able to justify the force back. What is the call here from the CT side?
I think a half buy is a smart decision for Forza. Realizing their best bet of being able to get a round conversion is probably off the back of a rifle round. They'll be able to get the AWP into the hands of XE Power going in to round number 21 as well. Now upgraded Deagles and a 5.7 to work off the back of the 2 saved in rifles. And Jerry just been able to pick up that AK right at the end of the last round. The Spirit This momentum is only continuing, but a lot of damage has been done to mid.
Tagged up heavily by the CT forces, 34 HP thanks to the facing with the utility and I believe the spray from Jerry in general. They will start to press forward a little bit, but not find themselves anything more than just passive sort of banana control up towards the wood stack, but no further than that. Balance taking an A to the face as well, so a lot of tag damage done towards Spirit. Forze are getting quite the decent setup here. They could be able to find some trade frags with these upgrade pistols as well.
One thing that the Spirit are certainly doing more on the T side than Forze were doing is continuously rotating from different sites and seeing where they can find the information, seeing where they can try and pincer an opening kill. A lot slower. There's hardly any fast and aggressive rounds coming out from Spirit on this second half. Now, it is the stack over at the A bomb site, and Chopper and Mir, if they're able to find anything at B, it could be the commitment, but they're going to be falling back. They're going to be going into the stack by the looks of things.
Indeed, they are. Orb AK's in for 2. 25 seconds to the hit. Forze have 3 players on that A bomb site. Upgrade pistols across them all. Molotovs, flashes coming in. Chopper does forward to face crack. 5-7 from Flit lines up. One good pick, almost gets a second. Those bounce is so low. And Sun Young has got the challenge aggressive. 10 seconds. He's going to face in. Jerry gets a kill with the AK. Out of bounce follows suit with the USP. But now 5 seconds to him. The bomb's been dropped in pit. It's over. And there it is. The upgrades do work out for Forza. A very low buy round, but finally it gets them started on the CT side.
And it puts them in the game. 2 rounds of difference now between these two sides. 9 rounds in a row that went the way of Spirit. And will Forza, I mean, finally it's the gamble stack paying off. And it comes down to Spirit really taking a lot of time, executing with about 25 seconds left. And, well, for the most part, not a lot of the players on the site were blinded from the flashes. Forza. They got a good round in the last shape, but there needs to be the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, the money is still going to be there for the CT side, so there's going to be, at least another buy potential in this next round, but even so, as you mentioned, a good follow-up to this round would be a hell of a way to get back in for Forza. Be within 1 of the Spirit side, who of course have their own money troubles as well, so you could potentially get back to evens and maybe even take the lead depending on the specifics. Armazer will strike first. Mir finds a trade back. AWP of Exy seeing the jump face, gets Sidus balance instead. There's 2 more T-side players to deal with. Will he face further forward of this? It's going to be him and Jerry on the crossfire. The lockout comes to the hole. They will not concede banana control.
Exy power still up against a little bit of utility up for the T side. And rather than falling back, they're holding on to these very aggressive positions. Mir's going to pay the price for it.
Okay, Magix gets 1. Both him and Young, however, they're on very low HP. They're going to enter with the bomb. Does not see the AWP. Going to focus fire. Lock on towards Magix. Takes him out. And it's all left to Young. 1 versus 3. Molotov might buy him a bit of breathing room to get a bomb plant here. He actually faces aggressive towards the AWP and ended up losing the round anyway. So 3 kills to Exy Power. A 10th on the board for Forza and a very confident hold with the rifles.
Oh, that's a really nice hold towards the top of Banana. Exy Power hitting some really crucial shots, some really important ones. And what we should see is a tie-up in terms of the scoreline at 11-all. Spirit not really investing much at all into round number 22. All it's going to be, Jay, is an upgrade Deagle and a P250. The best that they can hope for, once again, try and go for that bomb plant.
Ashton from face, great. Going to try to take the face in against the first, but nothing will be seen. Nades against Idis Balance will do some damage, so there's that. Incendiary down, the AWP watching. The CTs will have the defensive held as Spirit try and find some sort of aggressive play to punish here on the defaults. He's upgraded pistols on 2, but that is about it here.
They have been able to at least establish some pretty good map control around brackets. Very passive stuff coming out from Forza. Rather than trying to take the fight up against these upgraded pistols, they're opting just to play a little bit more passive on the site.
So keeping his eyes on. Orps down the banana position, ready for Spirit to take the face, but really they're going to face in towards the A site. Long control, forcing Almas down low HP, but Jerry here towards the fountain. Clean up Magics very quickly here. 5-on-4 scenarios. 35 seconds remain on the clock, Team Spirit. Do see one player out towards Banana. That AWP pick, though, lands on Ida's balance and can fall back because time is low here. Spirit have got to rush him. They've got to try and force the issue onto this man. The M4 will come to back it up. The Incendiary and the smoke. Actually extinguished on the Incendiary by the smoke itself. Mir does get down Jerry, however, blind through said smoke. 2 kills for Exy, however. The bomb plant may get secured from here. 5-7, P250 just take the man down. Look on for Mir. Good tap to the head. And Exy with 4 kills of the anti-eco. Spirit unable to make anything work in this round, so it will be back to 11 all. Forze, a bit of a revival at this moment. The rebuy from Spirit can come back into play.
Now, it's going to be difficult for Spirit to try and reset the economy from Forza now, considering they've been able to win 3 rounds in a row. They're going to have to do a very good job of keeping players alive and continuously winning rounds. Whereas for the Forza side, well, they can just break the economy from Spirit right here, right now. They win this round, they go up 13-11. Oh,
meanwhile, Forza caught off in the aggressive apartments area. And meanwhile, I was about to say, if Forza do lose this round, they will have a bit more money to invest into another round with. So Spirit ideally need to come up with a flawless victory here. They found the first kill, and that's a start. 100 HP on all 5 players still. No damage done. That nade might change things, though. Did a little bit done towards Chopper. Nothing significant.
And it's going to be the group up from Spirit rather than having 3 players towards Banana and sort of 2 around the apartments. They're grouping up together. Our mates are very aggressive. Chopper takes him down. Jerry as well. They know exactly where he is. This should be an instant trade coming out for the T side as they overwhelm the B bomb side. Jerry finds 1, but no more than that. And this has to be a save now from Flip.
Yeah, backup is so far away. The lurker of Sunday Young just find a kill back on the A rotation. And Flip will get taken out by Alice Balance. Predicting the position well. Communication is on point for Spirit. They're going to maintain the lead at 12-11. And Forza, despite their mini comeback coming up to evens, it's still going to be a losing battle at this stage. And again, their economy means that they can invest here. M4's AWP for Exy. I think Jerry can also buy down of his own right. No AWP for him, no glass cannon, but the M4s should be no problem. A tactical timeout will come in from Spirit, though. They realise that this is going to be a pivotal round because both economies will be in tatters.
It's a very crucial part so far of this first map, like you said, Jade. The economy game is weak for both sides. We're getting close to the end of this first map. 12-11. The Spirit with the lead. And Exy Power. That was probably one of the first times we've seen him get aggressive over towards the apartment's position, and he gets just deleted instantly from Magic. So now, maybe he might try and change up his position or play a little bit more passive. I don't think we'll see anything aggressive like that again.
AKs, M4s, AWPs across the board. Nice nades on to start things off for the CTs, and Molotovs may force them back out position. At least that's for Jerry. Almas are caught off guard by Mir as he peeks in. Sunday Young takes a lot of damage, so he's the sponge of the default here for the Spirit squad. No more than that at this stage, though. The 5-on-4 has just ensued, and Spirit are just going to slowly walk their way into the B-bomb site, set up the execution. Only 2 players to defend against it. Face Crack and Jerry here. Does put some smokes down to try to stop them for a moment, but it may just stall down to the last minute. No further than that for me.
And no one's really in a rotating position out from the A bomb site. Mir again going to follow up with his secondary kill. And they're actually pushing in towards CT. The cross smokes on the side, not even dealing with Jerry as they try and wrap in through construction. And this round is all but over from Forza. They have to opt for the save. They don't have enough money to invest into the next round if they go for it. 13-11. Mir on the entries is so damn sharp. And that is why everyone is talking about him at the moment.
And when we talked about Chopper stepping up early on in the CT half, Mir, however, has been the star of the show in the T-side half. Not quite as many kills as Chopper, but certainly more impact over the last handful of rounds. And 6 out of the last 9 in particular will go the way of the Spirit team. They can hunt down these weapons to be even better. If Exy drops that orb, then surely there should be no chance for a forced investment. They see that head. Magic's going to attack towards it. Well, actually does get an exit frag of his own right, so there you go. There's a little bit of something going the way of Forze. They keep 2 players in, but can they justify a force buy off the back of this? I don't know, man. I feel like it may be, at best, a bit of an upgrade pistol buy, but gonna look towards those rifles in round 26.
Yeah, no, it has to be the upgrade of just a couple of pistols. It can't be the force buy investment. And Spirit, they are so close now to being able to win out their opponent's map pick, especially with the fact that they only have to face off against 2 rifles in round 25.
Spirit on for their 14th to take a map point even further than that. On Forze's map pick as well, Spirit do not want to let their map undefeated streak against this team go challenged. Flashes over, smokes up. And Mir will press into the short position. AK looking for Flit, looking for face crack on sight. Spray through, takes him down. Nice headshot to boot. Flit with the M4 here towards Pit. Does line up 1 kill, but no more than 1 kill. Magix will trade him, so a 4-on-3 situation. And Forze are probably just left to save that AWP for Exy. Maybe the pistols could push in. Maybe they could get something done here, but I have my doubts.
And we're seeing some really good deviation on a lot of these strats coming out from Spirit. We're seeing a lot of success over to the B-bomb site. But this time around, they shifted over back to A. And honestly, if I was Spirit and I'm looking at this gun round, I'm thinking just going for the standard default, taking brackets control and falling back and executing to the B bomb site. Because so far, that has been the most successful outcome for them. Mir on the entries around that top banana position is having a field day at the moment. 14-11. And to think as well that Forza were up 9-2, they have just let this slip away.
The money has stacked up to a buy here for the CT side, but this will be their only chance to turn it around against Spirit. If they lose this next investment round, there will be no
impact, and it's kind of around brackets, and sometimes not even on the rifle rounds, but just being stacked up very close to one another around brackets is where they found a lot of success in the past. Only 1 kit, so keep an eye on that, Jay, because we've seen a lot of retake setups coming in for Forza.
Oh, this is going to be it for Forza. Crunch time. Limited utility on certain players, but still quite a fair amount. AK's in for the Spirit side, out towards the second mid, and Apartments play very fast on the Apartments. Actually, he's going to hear some of these footsteps, but does he realize they've got absolute control? He does now. Good flick towards Magix. A great start here for the CT Orpa. Backing off towards the bomb site here alongside Flip for the crossfire.
Mir's actually pushed up very aggressively up through Banana, even with the deep back smoke coming out as well. And Forza. This time around, they have the opening man advantage. They have the 5-on-4 to work with. Spirit slowing it right down. STY still lurking around the Apartments. And with Mir, even with getting top banana control, he's going to fall back. This is going to be an A commitment.
And flashes out, smoke on towards the long cross. It's 45 seconds to the hit, and Exy still has presence on the bomb site. The AWP could be absolutely massive here. He's got support in pit and long. Face crack will burst through, do initial damage to Mir on the long face, completely blind by those smokes. And Spirit slowly but surely wrap back in. The backup's going to get cut off guard by this long presence from Some Die Young at the edge of the smoke. He'll catch off face crack. He'll see Exy can't quite take him down, so Flit's going to get a chance to respond. Doubles up. Chopper takes his head off Ida's balance. Going to go forward into Exy, but Chopper gets a headshot back. It's him in a 1-on-2 against Jerry and Almazur of the Forza retake.
And Chopper, the in-game leader, up for the challenge in the 1 versus 2 to try and get to map point on Forza's map pick, and he looks like he's going to try and get aggressive up through short, try and take the 1 versus 1 up against Almazur, and he connects, and it's all down to Jerry. 3
kills for Chopper. Could be another absolutely massive round for him, but Jerry wins the fight and denies it. Forza going to stay alive and keep Spirit away from the map point. 12 on the board for the CT board, but the bomb plant plus the money that they save for Spirit means they'll be investing for at least another round. Potentially even 2 from there. It's riding pretty high. The AWP fortunately does get saved for the Forze side, and meanwhile in their own economy, maybe looking in the awkward spots here. M4s are going to have to get dropped about. They may have to take some liberties here and there.
Yeah, the buy in terms of economy-wise for Forza is not great, and the fact that Jerry picks up that AWP off from Power right at the end of the round is really important. And for Forza, this is pretty much using all of their reserve. They lose this round, and well, it's pretty much all done. Forza can only go forward from here.
Smokes in, flashes over again. Forza just trying to suppress Spirit from making their way out into the map control, especially over on Banana, where they've taken tons of control in the past. Flash in for Flit in towards the apartments will also clear out this position on the map. Long being contested by Facecrack on the M4. It's him alongside 2 for the A defensive. It's going to be an Apps pour out here. A flashbang over. They make their way out. One player will fall in pit. It will be Facecrack to follow next. On short is the AWP of Power. He's going to get contested by 1 player out of Boiler Room, but he will not get the chance to take the firefight here. A 5 versus 3 for Forza, and it looks like they may already concede on the save. Indeed, they're getting out of dodge. A bomb plant will be received. They're playing for OT.
That was almost a dry run of the apps pop. So what we see there from Chopper is he's lining up 2 flashes, and with hardly any utility that comes up, the Spirit just run out from the apartments with just a couple of flashes, deal with both the pit player and the site player of Facecrack and Flit. Forza falling apart for the quick set piece out to the A bomb site. Everyone staying alive from Spirit. 15-12. Well, Forza are playing for OT now.
They have no choice. They have to play for OT. So with that, or lose your map pick, and against a team like Spirit, that's just not on. If you lose to this squad, you could be on for another 2-0. They've won Inferno in the past. Forza, once again, in this situation when they can't afford a misplay, they can't afford any mistakes. If they do, then they will lose this map. They will lose a big advantage above the Spirit squad. AWP in the M4s across the rest of the CT forces. Of course, Idis Balance has his with the AKs for the Spirit squad. And look at Exy straight in with the peak AWP v AWP battle. It's not going to go either way. Exy does take a leg shot, and Almazar does his best Chopper impression by taking out Chopper at the edge of the smoke. A good spray through, kicking things off for the CT side.
That's a good start coming out from Forza. And there are only 2 players towards this A bomb site. And they're grouped up very close to one another of Power and Flit. And it's down to the AWPer once again to see if he can bring back another advantage. Almeza getting a great opening, and now it's down to the A bomb site players. Again, it's the apps pop.
Flashes over, AWP's in, Flit's got the M4 on lock, takes out Magic's Facecrack will get Mir, Exy gets Sundai Young, and that is a lockout from Forza. Talking about no mistakes, none were made there. Completely flawless round from the CT forces, and they stay alive here in the game.
Oh my, what a round from Forza to win. The Spirit. Now, what are they going to get? They're going to get $1,900 in the next round. So really, if Spirit lose round 29, they are going to have a very rough buy indeed going into round number 30. They really need to end it right here, right now.
Well, opportunity bought by Forza. Still with the same pressure as before, but as you mentioned, Spirit's economy becoming wrecked now by the buy-up. The AWP is in, of course, the AKs are standard. Utility play from Jerry, doing a minimal amount of damage to Mir. He just start things off at the very least with a slight HP advantage, and the nades back from the Spirit squad. Be unable to get anything in return, so it's just back to the map control, setting themselves up for the execution in about 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Spirit. I think the B commitment's probably their best bet. We've seen so many great site X's to this B bomb site. The thing is, though, Facecrack's rotating over. This is a good read from Forza, bringing a 3rd player to B.
Play alongside Almazar for the contact. They've got Jerry in the back lines to defend against it. The sprays through from Almaza will not get the kills. They've got a lurker over here on the A bomb site. The Molotov and flashbang coming out, but the utility set up here by Idis Balance and Co. will look to set up for the hit. They will bait face crack back into the rotation. Smoke down towards Cross and Coffins. Almaza gets on top of the Coffins. The Molotov will force Jerry out to open as Almaza gets forced out. It's all Jerry on the defense. Here they come out of the gate. The AK looking on. The sprays are manic. Jerry and Almaza. Almaza going to flash his teammate in. Face crack gets one through the midst of the smoke. And Jerry with 2 picks to find. He'll get them both. Return back from Magix. Gets 2 and 3 players left. 9 seconds to get the bomb plant. Magix needs to get this in. The flashes will try and find the entries, but Idis Balance has cover on Almaza. So back to evens we will go.
And 2 versus 2. Idis Balance and Magix trying to hold down. Both players coming in from the same position. Magix on the swing, and it's all down to Flint to try and keep the hopes alive. But Magix, the youngster, the 17-year-old, is going to step up to take map number 1 of Inferno, the way of team spirit, 16-13. And what was a fundamentally fantastic start from Forza in that first half, all got ripped apart, and Spirit taking their opponent's map pick. What a victory on map number 1.
But a big loss for that Forza side. They are going to be disappointed with that. They was looking so sharp, so good at the start of their T side, but